Following the International Criminal Court's arrest warrant for Russian President Vladimir Putin, the issue of war crimes by Russia is in the spotlight. Now, this includes the forceful deportation and transfer of children in Ukraine to the Russian Federation. Russia plans to hold an informal meeting of the UN Security Council in early April on what it says is the real situation of Ukrainian children being abducted to Russia. All of this comes following a UN-backed inquiry released on Thursday that looked into Russian attacks on civilians and other war crimes. The report found evidence of the illegal transfer of hundreds of Ukrainian children to Russia. Well, joining us now to give us more details on what was found by the Independent International Commission of Inquiry on Ukraine is Commissioner Jasminka Džumhur. Ms. Džumhur, welcome to Forum Daily.
Thank you for this invitation.
So some very disturbing details in this most recent report, a lot of actions by Russia that could constitute as war crimes. What seems to be standing out around the world right now is the forceful deportation of Ukrainian children to the Russian Federation. So what sort of evidence do we have to back this information?
As you know, Commission always trying to dedicate facts based on own investigation from primary sources, but also to corroborate those evidences with other facts. And we find it that deportation of children and they transfer from Ukraine to Russian Federation, but also to temporary occupied territory was organized. And when we are speaking on ways how it happened, we dedicated 3 groups of children. First group of children are those who were accommodated in different institutions. Second group of children are children which parents were killed. And third one are children whose parents are in detention or in some other places we are not able to communicate with children. But on top of that, we also find it a group of children who were sent to Russia with consent of their parents during summer to camp, and they are now not able to establish any communication with their parents.
And do we have any numbers on how many of Ukrainian children have been taken to Russia and under what grounds, according to Russia?
It is a very serious issue because both states, Ukraine and the Russian Federation, giving different information. And last information from Ukrainian authorities is more than 16,000 of children. But Russian authorities from media justified that with support of children. We should remind ourselves on international standards, which saying that transfer of children or relocation of children from their residency during conflict can be happened only in an emergency situation. First of all, because of health reason, and second, security reason can be taken, but in that case, other circumstances must be in place. First of all, it should be provided reunification with parents, and they should be returned on territory of the origin of state of origin, what means on territory of Ukraine.
Can you tell us a little bit more about what's happening to these children when they're taken into these territories? We've heard reports of some being adopted. Is that the case for all of these children?
There are different informations for some children, information saying that they are still in institutions. Some of them have been accommodated in families, but some number of children were adopted by Russian citizens. And definitely we recommended that it's very important that Russian Federation immediately provide information on number of those children, but also to take measures to intensify process of communication between children and parents. And third step, what should be taken to initiate a process of reunification of children with their parents, because many of those parents are living on territory of Ukraine.
All right, ma'am, just about 30 seconds left here, but what further steps is the Commission calling on Canada to take in its support for Ukraine?
There are several steps when we are speaking on accountability, which has been recognized in two segments by commissioners. One, criminal accountability, to bring all responsible to justice. It is very important to provide parallel activities related to unjudiciary accountability with focus on victims and their needs. Victims should be provided with truth, justice, and reparations. And in that term, support of Canada to authorities in Ukraine and other actors involved in this process on national level, regional, and internationally. It's very important to provide broader understanding and implementation of accountability measures.
Ms. Džumhur, thank you again for your time today on Forum Daily.
Thank you.